Welcome
to Shamba Shape Up.
We have traveled all over East Africa to find hard-working farmers.
We want to celebrate them while giving them the knowledge they need,
so they can adapt and make their farms more productive even while the climate changes.
We want to support them to get better yields and increase their income.
We will see how farmers can benefit from our experts' advice
while learning from each other in so many ways.
Join us on these journeys and share in the farmers' experiences
on the Shamba Shape Up Safari.
Tony! Now where is he? Tony! Where could he be? Tony! Tony!
Boo!
Why?
Kara! Welcome to Shamba Shape Up.
Welcome!
This week we are in Kabazi in Nakuru County.
My name's Ruth Muraya, and I've been farming since 2020 when COVID came. Before I came to farming, I was running a daycare in Nakuru town. So when schools were closed, that's how I ended up coming home and started farming.
Ruth keeps cows, sheep, and broiler chicken.
She also makes hay, grows coffee and oranges.
This transition was not easy, but with time, I loved what I was doing, and it made me happier than I was running the daycare.
Ruth! Tony and Carol! Oh, God.
How are you?
How are you, Ruth? Thank you.
Nice seeing you.
Good to have you.
Thank you. Now, this is Subukia
Valley.
In valleys, I'm sure there are rivers. Do you have any rivers?
Yeah, we have a river. It is shrinking. It has shrunk.
Why do you think that is happening?
I believe there are weather changes or something is happening. Something somewhere is not right.
I love that. Something is happening.
Yeah.
So tell me, Ruth, you have cows.
Yes, I have
Are
cows.
you having any challenges with the cows?
Yes, I am. Feeding them is not easy with this weather. They are drinking a lot of water, of which sometimes I run out of water and I have to pump water from the dam.
So how many cows have you had before, or do you only have these ones?
We were brought up on daily cows. At one point, they died in the whole area. They died of foot and mouth.
Oh, sorry.
We were back to square zero. There was no school fees.
Oh.
Yeah.
How about chicken? So any challenges with that?
When it's cold, the mortality is higher. The first few rounds were not easy because I was learning myself. I'm not complaining now. I'm getting there. Yeah.
While we were coming, we saw some oranges. Those are oranges.
Yes.
Are you facing any challenges with that?
I think they have aphids. I'm yet to learn.
And do you spray at all?
I sprayed once when I started, but this year I have not.
Aha.
Yeah.
So now we are here, and Caro, who do we have with us today?
We always come with experts, as usual. When you see Shamba Shape Up here, rest assured, all your challenges are going to be solved one way or the other.
Yeah.
But first, Tony?
We pitch the tent.
Of course, yes. The biggest part of keeping dairy cattle is to always ensure they have enough feed. You as a farmer should always make sure to give your cattle a balanced diet.
At the moment, I have 2 cows and 2 calves. The kind of help I would need with the cows is, number one, how to mix their feeds, and also to help them have a better place to sleep and also to milk.
The biggest part of keeping dairy cattle is ensuring there is constant feed. You as a farmer should provide a balanced diet to your cows. To help Ruth with her dairy cows, we have called in Frederick Ochido from CKL Africa. What dreams do you have? What are your aspirations? What do you want to see in the next 2-3 years?
In the next 2-3 years, I want to be where I used to be when I was growing up. We had so many cows. That is what took us through education as a family of 8.
So you want more cows?
Yes.
So, Mr. Ochido, what challenges have you observed?
The only challenges I can observe with the cows is they are losing a bit of the body condition, and also the hair is plucking from the skin, and Basically, that is what I can observe about the animals that we can try to recommend.
So what am I missing? What is lacking?
It shows that your animals need more of protein in their diet that needs to be balanced together with the energy and also add more of the good grass that you have in your farm. Then your animals will correct the challenges that we can see.
I have a question for you, Ruth. This is feed.
Yes, all this is feed.
So they basically just feed here.
Yes, they basically feed here because it's just the two of them.
Mr. Ochido,
Yes.
this is where our cows eat.
Yeah.
And I can see so much fodder
Yes.
going to waste.
Yeah.
What would you recommend?
I would like that you keep them on a zero grazing where it is confined and there is a lot of control. One advantages of zero grazing is when the animals are confined, you're able to feed them well because you present the feeds to the animal in the right proportion.
Yes.
Zero grazing will help you reduce on feed wastage because what is presented to the animal, it can eat.
Yes.
Zero grazing will also prevent movement in the unit and also out of the unit.
Yes.
And because dogs and even human beings can come up with diseases, zero grazing helps to keep off the diseases away and the movement is controlled.
Just like human beings,
Yes.
cows also need a balanced diet.
Yes.
How do we do that?
It is very simple. So over and above your grass, we will formulate a dairy meal for you.
Okay.
And we will basically use maize germ, about a kilo.
Yeah.
We'll use wheat bran, 3.5 kgs.
Okay.
We'll use wheat pollard, 1 kilo.
Yeah.
We'll also use kupakula as a source of protein, and it also has diamond V in it that helps in digestion, and also Maclick Super for the mineral balance for your animals.
Okay. Mr. Ochido,
Yes.
you've talked about there's a way I can mix to add value to what I'm giving to my cows.
Yes.
Is it possible for you to show me?
Yeah.
I would
Sure.
really love to learn that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When making your mixed feed using hay, remember for every cow, take 600 grams of Kupakula Gold and 200 grams of Maclick Super. Mix well with 2 kilograms of maize germ, 1 kilo of wheat pollard or wheat bran. Mix everything together thoroughly. Then add 6 kilos of chopped hay. Mix well and add water to hold everything together. So, Mr. Ochido,
Yes.
you saw where our cows are sleeping.
Yeah.
How did you find it? The first step to ensuring that Ruth has a good dairy business is the shed. And so, we are going to turn this old structure into an amazing cow shed. Ochido plans with Kamau. It's going to be a massive undertaking, but it will really help get Ruth going with her dairy venture. Off we go with an army of workmen. The old timber is removed carefully. Remember, you can use what you already have on the farm when building. The old roof comes off, followed by the walls. It's a big job. The wooden floor can be used for the walls and troughs. Ruth,
Yes.
how does it feel watching all this history? Your history going down?
I have no words because this history is just coming back afresh. Yeah, this is the way things used to be here. Daily cows was the way of living here, and now I can see it coming back. I'm feeling so good.
You're feeling
and
good?
I'm feeling so honored because this is what my parents had, and it's now coming back. There is so much joy in seeing that legacy that was there before reborn. In a year or two, there will be a new cow. I can promise you that.
Broiler chicken farming can be a very, very profitable venture. But you have to get everything right from day one, starting from the tiny chicks.
The bigger dream that I have with the poultry farming is to have more and more, increasing the numbers. I started at 200, I'm now at 400, and I hope within the next 2-3 years to be at 1,000.
Brooding is a very important stage in poultry farming. Ruth has been steadily growing her chicken business, and our friends at Kenchik are more than happy to grow with her. And that's why we have brought Stephen Muraya to walk the journey with her. Muraya,
Yes.
very nice to see you.
Me too.
This is our farmer Ruth,
Yes, Richard.
and as you can see, she's doing a good job. So what time do you wake up to take care of your chicken?
Whenever I have chicks Before they are 2 weeks, I wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah, to rekindle the fire.
Oh, you must love your chicken.
Yes.
And that's why we want you to be a better farmer. So now, Muraya,
Yes.
you've heard from our farmer, very passionate about her chicken.
I have.
Been keeping them for 4 years,
Yes.
have overcome challenges.
Yes.
But I'm sure you have observed, you walk around and you've seen for yourself.
Correct.
Now,
Yes.
tell us, what have you observed?
As I was walking around, I saw that the chicks are a bit congested. They are overcrowded.
Aha.
Chicks are supposed to be uniform and comfortable. They're not too close to each other. They're not too far from each other.
So what is the solution to that?
The solution is after the 3 days after the placement, the space needs to be getting increased over time. So after 3 days, you push your barrier. The other 2 days, you push your barrier.
Okay. Every 3 days.
Every 3 or 2 days, depending on how you observe them.
Okay.
Yes. I also observed that the corners are not well broken. Actually, they are not broken. They are blind corners. Like you see, there should be a curve on each corner so that chicks do not go to one side of the corner and suffocate.
What else?
Yeah, the other thing is the litter is not very well managed. The litter is what is on the floor. It should be of 4 to 6 inches.
Okay.
So it is not at the level it is supposed to be. Number 2, it should be turned every other day. When you don't turn the litter, it forms a layer on top. That's called caking. Okay. So when they cake, there is a bad smell that comes, the ammonia gas. That gas is likely to shock the chicks, and they're likely to have some complications.
So I should turn it every day?
Every day.
So what else did you observe?
I also observed that the feeders are concentrated at one side, the drinkers are from the other sides.
Yeah.
These birds don't like moving around. Okay. So when you place the feeders and the drinkers separately, they will feed and don't drink as required.
Okay.
Or they will drink and not feed. So you're going to have non-uniformity in the flock.
Okay.
Yes.
So I should put them next to each other?
Drinkers and feeders should be arranged 1 row of drinkers, 1 row of feeders, not more than 1.5 meters apart. They should be hung at the level of the bird's back. Any questions, Ruth?
Yes. So what do I need to do?
You first of all need to make sure there is proper aeration, proper ventilation.
Okay.
You also make sure there is, like we have said, the spacing is okay.
Yeah.
You make sure that the feeders and the drinkers are well distributed,
Okay.
and the corners are
Rounded.
well rounded.
Okay.
Yes.
If brooding is not done properly, the birds will not gain the right weight and have different sizes. This will affect your market. Ruth is doing well, but she can do even better with the experts' advice. She needs to create a round brooding space. She also needs to add an additional window on the opposite side of her existing window so that the air can move more freely. She should add 4 to 6 inches of litter to the floor and turn it daily for better hygiene. And she needs a foot bath. So Ruth, are you ready for us to do all that work with you?
Oh, yes, I am. I am.
You are ready?
Yeah, because I would want them happy.
Yes.
Because when they're happy, I'm happy.
Then you can play music for them.
Yes.
You all be
We
dancing.
can all
here.
dance.
Okay. All right, let's get started on that work. All right. Thank you so much, Muraya.
You're most welcome.
For now, the chicken house needs a proper footpath at the doorway. The brooder corners are rounded. The feeders and drinkers are moved to the right position. And now, there is more space in the brooder. The work on the cow shed is at full speed and is starting to slowly take shape.
Coming up after the break. Climate change is affecting us all. How can we make our farms climate smart? And how to use chemicals on the farm when it's absolutely necessary.
Welcome back to Shamba Shepherd. In this section, we look at the best ways of using chemicals on the farm when you have to. First, climate change. How can we adapt our farming to it?
As the cow shed work goes ahead, the brooder changes are looking good already. As farmers, we face many challenges, but the one challenge that we all face in common is climate change.
The pattern of the rains have really changed, because those days we would even start tilling the land in January or February, but now the rains come in April. So there has been a very big change, which also affects the crops and also our lives.
Knowledge is a very valuable thing to have, especially around climate and weather. That is why we have called in Paul Morage from the Meteorological Department to teach us more. So, Madam Ruth,
Yes.
briefly tell us, how has the weather pattern been like the last few years?
There has been so many changes. It's not the way it was before.
Okay.
Because the rains nowadays come in April.
Okay.
So the first 3 months of the year is too hot.
It's too hot.
The streams are becoming
Shallow and dry.
shallow and dry.
Yes.
And there's shortage of water, of course.
Yes.
The land is dry, so getting feeds for the cows and everything is a problem. But I think we have to learn how to survive
adapt.
those 3 months.
Yes.
Yes.
And would you possibly know why this is happening?
I have an idea.
An idea.
Climate change.
What do you think? Climate change.
Yes.
And it's affecting everything.
Yes, everything.
Okay.
Everything.
Bwana Morage,
Yes, Galo.
which climate zone are we in?
Here is that we are in Central Rift Valley, where they have one rain position and one major rain position.
One.
Therefore, the farmer needs to diversify and do something for those farmers.
Mr. Morage,
Yes.
you've done your inspection in the Shamba as usual.
Yeah.
And I know you have a report to give us.
When I just had an inspection of this farmer, I'm very much impressed. It's very important. Like she has adopted poultry farming. I'm very much pleased.
Yes.
That even today in the morning there are some customers who came to purchase the broilers.
Yes.
And the enterprise for poultry is very good for ladies, and even for nutrition of the family. You sell the eggs. So, Kogole.
Thank you.
Yeah. So look,
Yeah.
there's something you have done which I like from idea. That during the rainfall season, there is a regeneration of the glass.
Yes.
And then you are able to harvest the hay. And you have stored it for the dry period. But it's also commendable that it is so excess that you are also having for selling it at a better price. And other than just feeding your animals on hay, it's always good that you add the fodder trees, such that the trees that you can feed of them, it will increase the fat content of your milk. And I'm very much pleased you have adopted fruit trees.
Yes.
I have seen some oranges. Adopting fruits and fodder trees is very critical, because each and every enterprise in your homestead should be looked at a commercial aspect. So the benefit of fruit trees is that even if you lose a crop, you can sell the fruits.
Yes.
You eat them first, supplies you sell. So when you have the fodder trees like Cariadra, you will be feeding your animals with them, and they will even increase the nutrition value, even the fat content of your milk.
Okay.
Because it's not just the amount of quantity of milk you are producing, there is also the rating of the fat content.
Okay.
So adoption of fruit and fodder trees on the boundaries of your farm
Yes.
is very important.
Mixed farming is important in adapting to climate change. Keep poultry in case crops fail. Plant fruit trees and fodder trees on the farm. Plant trees on the farm to feed your animals and family. These trees also work to protect your soils and create a microclimate. And just to add on that, the fruit trees.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind coming back and finding a mango tree and just resting under it
Yes.
for the shade.
Yes.
You know what I mean.
I know.
And eating the fruits.
Oh, yes.
You know, one of the fruits, that's why we are saying fruit and fodder trees. Imagine you are just sitting just below the mango tree or whichever tree, and you are just eating it from the source.
Yes.
Magical.
It's a new year.
Yes.
Yeah. And a new era.
Yes. And Ruth, there is a very, very important point he's brought across.
Yes.
Women empowerment. The future is women. They are the ones who are the backbone of every development.
Yes, we are.
When you are empowered, the whole community is empowered.
Yes.
So whatever he's told you, keep doing it. You have the potential to do more.
Yes.
All right? Thank you very much, Ruth. Thank you very much, Mr. Morage.
Yeah.
Karibu sana.
You are most welcome.
Yes.
And I'm grateful.
Yeah.
Remember, diversification and value addition are important in fighting climate change. If you have water, plant crops off-season to fetch better prices. Reserve fodder for dry seasons and plant fodder and fruit trees.
Welcome to the Shamba Shape Up Weather and Farming News for Kenya. In the coming week, we expect heavy rainfall across Kenya. The north, upper and lower eastern counties will see low rainfall of up to 15 millimeters across the week. This includes Marsabit, Isiolo, Wajir, Mandera and Kitui. Meru and Tharaka will receive very high rainfall, reaching 255 millimeters. Lower parts of Garissa, Machakos, Makueni and Kajiado will get up to 50 millimeters of rainfall. Coastal counties will get moderate rainfall, reaching 50 millimeters in the week. This includes Lamu, Kilifi, Mombasa and Kwale. Tana River and Taita Taveta will see low rainfall of up to 15 millimeters across the week. Central Kenya will receive very high rainfall, reaching up to 255 millimeters across the week. This covers the counties of Nyandarua, Nyeri, Embu, Murang'a, Kirinyaga, as well as Nairobi and Kiambu. Laikipia, however, will receive up to 50 millimeters of total rainfall. The North, Central and South Rift Valley will get high amounts of rainfall of up to 255 millimeters across the week. This cuts across Trans Nzoia, Marakwet, Baringo, Nandi, Kericho, Nakuru to Narok. Turkana, West Pokot and Samburu will be the only counties here having rainfall reaching up to 50 millimeters this week. The Western and Nyanza regions will have heavy downpour reaching 75 millimeters in the week. This spans across Bungoma, Busia, Kakamega, Vihiga to Siaya, Homa Bay, Migori and Kisumu. Nyamira and Kisii, however, will get extremely high rainfall of up to 255 millimeters. Farmer, if you're able, harvest rainwater, repair any damaged terraces, trenches and waterways, and remove silt from the dams and water ponds. Make cut-off drains in the lower sections of your farm. This way, the excess water will flow away from the farm and keep your crops safe. For a detailed weather forecast for your area and more tips, get in touch with Shamba. Call 0711 082 606. I am Brenda. See you next week on the Shamba Shape-Up Farming News for Kenya.
As farmers, we find ourselves using chemicals now and then. How do we ensure that we are safe when using pesticides? AAK Grow are very keen on ensuring farmers know how to use pesticides safely. Adam Zobonyo is an expert from the Pest and Control Products Board and is happy to teach Ruth. What should a farmer do before they start the stages of spraying or thinking about spraying?
Management of pests starts with planting. So these seedlings depends on where you got them from. If you got them from a nursery that is not certified by KEFIS, you will maybe have problems like this. So once you're here, you find issues like these ones. There are other methods that you can use before you go to pesticides. For example, here, I've looked at these trees. You did not start pruning them area. Because if you leave them growing and crossing each other, they are prone to diseases. And again, even the pest manifestation will be easier. So you need to do pruning. Pruning is another way of preventing pests. If you don't know what kind of pest that is affecting your crop, you can pick the leaves and go to an extension staff or go to an agrovet with the leaves where the infestation has occurred. They'll tell you exactly what the problem is. And then from there, they'll give you a chemical specifically for controlling that pest. So if they give you a product, don't just pay. Read the label.
When you buy the product from an agrovet, check for the registration code, which should have the letters BCPBCR and a unique number after that. Check for the active ingredient in the product and get a different product if you have used it recently. Lastly, check for the expiry date. What else is on the label?
There are pictures of what you're supposed to do when applying this product. So if you look at this product here, this from the middle going to the left is talking about when you are mixing the product. When you are mixing the product, this color band, the pictograms in the color band, they are telling you, you mix, when you're mixing, you wear overall and gumboots, you wear respirator or dust mask, you wear gloves overall. That is when mixing. And when you are through with mixing, you keep it away from children. Keep it lockable away from children. Yes. Then this is when applying the product. They're saying when applying the product, you must use a knapsack sprayer for even distribution of the product to the plant. Then wear protective clothing, overall, gloves. This is a face shield. People wear face shield or goggles.
Yes.
So this one is a face shield. Then this product is telling you, when you are disposing it, this product is harmful to wildlife.
Yes.
This is a wildlife. And again, after applying product, you're supposed to shower, take a shower.
Yes.
And then you also wash the PPE, the protective clothing that you are wearing.
Yes.
Then when disposing, you make sure you dispose them away from the river sources or the river, because this product is known to be toxic to marine life. So the color band, information inside the color band tells you all that. So when you're applying a pest control product or a pesticide to crop, you need to consider the pre-harvest interval. So if it hasn't been indicated on the label that you wait for 14 days before you harvest, you have to wait for those 14 days for that food to be safe for consumption.
Okay.
So if you apply a product today, let's say for example today 3 p.m., tomorrow 3 p.m. it will be day 0. So you, from day 0, now we count 1, 2, 3 up to 14, then you harvest the 15th day.
When counting days shown on the label that you should wait before harvesting, the first 24 hours is day 0. The second 24 hours is day 1, and so on. Remember to write down the name of the product and active ingredient shown on the label in your record book so as to know what product to change to.
So, do you think we can be able to save this plant?
Yes, this stage it can be saved.
Yes.
And what you need to do is you pick the leaves for confirmation purposes.
Yes.
You go to the extension staff. We will explain further to you.
Yeah.
And then you go and buy the right chemical specifically for this kind of crop.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we register products for specific pests, specific disease, or, or on a specific crop.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Ruth,
Yeah.
do you want us to save it
Yes, I do.
immediately?
Yes.
Let's go get help. Shall
Please.
we? Let's go.
We found out Ruth's citrus trees have been attacked by aphids and scales. I take on the task of spraying Ruth's oranges and save them from the pests. The orange trees are safely sprayed. The chick brooder has rounded corners. There is a proper food bath. And Ruth does not need to wake up at 4 a.m. anymore with a better heater.
The zero grazing unit is done. It feels like a completely new building with the right size partitions, sleeping area, feeding troughs, drinking troughs, and the cows can still get sunlight. Ruth is well on her way to being a dairy farmer.
Having Shamba shape up in the farm has been a highlight in my life. I've learned so much.
Aha, so Ruth,
Wow.
here is your cattle shed.
What do you have to say?
I'm just so happy. The legacy is back.
The legacy is back.
Yeah, we are starting again.
Ah,
New season.
this season.
Oh, yes.
As we say it, the legacy goes on.
Yes.
Good.
Now, the chicken house, what do you think of it?
Beautiful, modern, and it has everything that it needs for now.
What is the main benefit that we brought to your Shamba?
Knowledge. I've learned so much, and there's a lot of improvement in the Shamba.
Yes.
There's no turning back, just improvement. Yes.
And as you said, the legacy goes on. Shamba shape up
Goes on.
goes on.
All
So
right.
Tony,
Well, our work here is
It's
done. So, we see you in the next
Shamba.